Hi friends, it's Carolyn Zook here with C6 Stitch, and today is Saturday, August 3rd, 2024. Welcome to my channel about cross stitch. I'm really glad that you're here spending part of your busy day or your evening with me. I do appreciate you. Welcome if you're new. Welcome if you're returning as well. Started back to work this week. For those who are new, I'm an 11-month a contracted employee, so I don't work the month of July, which is fantastic. And so I started back on Thursday. I thought about just taking Thursday and Friday off because I do have the vacation time, but I'm taking additional time later this fall semester. I'm a professor at a college, and so later in the semester, I'm going on 2 retreats, and I have a friend coming into town in a couple of weeks. So I'm like, I'll just work. I'm working from home for the month of August or most of August. I'll have to go in a few days when it gets closer to the start of the semester because we have faculty retreats, and there's just things that we need to do like the week before classes start. But otherwise, so it was pretty good. I just mostly got caught up on email, met with my boss, that sort of thing. So it was mostly okay. I did block off my calendar, so I didn't have a lot of meetings other than the one with my boss. So it was a good way. I feel as ready as you can. If you have to work, I feel as ready as I can. And I know I have a bunch of meetings scheduled for Monday, so that's all good. So that's what I did this week. And I, just continued cleaning the house and putting things in order and that sort of thing, laundry, just yard work. All that fun stuff. We are back to being really hot again. It was like 99 degrees on Wednesday or Thursday and close to that the second day. It's a little cooler today, but the next 7 days we're going to be in the low 90s, upper 80s, which is pretty warm for us. But anyway, let's talk about cross stitch, shall we? So first, this is sort of cross stitch related. I need to show you this. I just got it in the mail. It's a comic. Whoops. And I'm going to insert a close-up picture so hopefully you can see it better. My parents sent me this. And the first frame, I think it's Peppermint Patty. She's in bed and she's saying, sigh. The second frame, she's saying, it's good feeling knowing that there's a watchdog outside. And the third frame, she says, especially when you know he's rough and tough. And the last frame is Snoopy saying, this is the first needlepoint I've tried with pictures of bunnies in it. I thought that was really cute. I'm going to have to put that in my craft room. So thanks, Mom and Dad. That was really cute. The rough and tough dog doing some needlepoint. So I thought that was really cute. I wanted to share it with you. Okay, let's talk about comments. I'm still not all the way through. I have to find something real quick. I'm still not all the way through the comments, but for those of you who commented about Christmas dinner, I'm going to show you. I had a question that I want to address, but oh my gosh, thank you all so much for your advice. I learned a lot from you. And okay, so first of all, let's talk about half stitches. So I learned that it is common in Eastern European patterns, charts, which the one I'm doing is called Christmas Dinner. It is by Stardust. It's from like 2001. It's a very old pattern. That it depends. They can go either way. So I had said that I had just learned last week that half stitches should go in the same direction as your full stitches, right? Just for ease of viewing, eyeball pleasure, whatever. And several of you said, actually, Eastern European designers tend to do it in the opposite direction, it adds texture and depth and all of that. Some charts, and I did know this about dimensions kits, will tell you which direction the half stitches should go. This chart does not, that I could see. I mean, I'll look again, but this chart doesn't really see it. So that made me feel better. My question was, should I restart it? And at first I was like, yeah, we're going to restart it. And then I started reading more and more of the comments, and I think the majority of you are like, don't restart it. Just fudge it. Nobody's going to know. Because not only would I change the direction of my half stitches, because they are in the opposite direction of the top leg, and there is no wrong way to do it, right? I've like somehow added another row into the mountains somehow. I don't know how or where. And people reminded me that one, it's background. I don't have the foreground, which is a bunch of animals and Santa. I don't even have that done yet. So I think I'm going to keep going with it. I'll have to see when I'm going to bring it out next. So I kind of stopped working on it in July, which I think we needed some distance. I think that was the right decision for July, for Christmas in July. And so I think I'm just going to, I'll bring it back out sometime, probably this year. I can't remember who, but somebody said bring it out sooner rather than later to keep your momentum going. And just kind of look at it, you know. And so I think I'm going to keep going with it. So thank you all. And like I said, I know I haven't gotten to everybody yet, but a lot of you said, you know, if you aren't enjoying it, restart it, which I was tempted to. But several, I would say even more of you said, you're so far along, nobody's going to know, just keep going. So I do appreciate that. And I think I'm going to keep going. I mean, I could always restart it later, right? But I'm going to keep going and try to figure it out. So thank you so much for your advice. And I learned so much from your comments and your own experiences that you shared. And truly, there is no wrong way to do the half stitches. Many people said, well, it should say in the chart. This chart does not say. But yes, dimensions kits will say. And dimensions kits have you do 2, 3, 4 different strands as well for that dimension. That's why they're called dimensions. I don't do my dimensions kits that way, actually. I do my dimensions kits 2/2. I just cheat. I do full crosses. And yeah, that's how I do my dimensions kits. But this is not a dimension kit. So I think the decision is we're going to keep going. Okay, so I did have one question. Catherine asked, so I showed, these are the colors from Beautiful Girl. Which I'll show you here in a little bit. But I was showing the colors from my, I don't know, I was showing colors from something, I can't remember. And she asked about these plastic, they're actually acrylic thread keeps. These are Annie's Keepers. I love them. You buy them in packs of 300. I don't know if they come in smaller packs. They might. I get mine at Acorns and Threads. And these are like, I mean, I use them all the time. I use them for projects. I use them for when I, like, say, if this project was done and I was putting these away, they will go in a box, and I will mark on my inventory sheet that I have one, you know, like a skein already started, and then I have a different set. I use a binder system for my master set that is not a full set yet, but I'm working on getting it. So I would use these first, right? If I'm kitting up another project, I'll be like, oh, I already know I have these colors. So you get 300 in a pack. They may sell them if you just Google Annie's Keepers. I don't do the whole system. I did try the whole system. It did not work for me. It works great for some people. It did not work well for me. The binder system works even better for me for like keeping my master set. But some people will really like this because the idea is it comes on, they have like plastic, they're almost like file hangers, and these will snap into it. And so you can just snap out the color that you want. Especially if you work from a master set, this can be a good option. And then you just have your box of your master set right there, and you just pull out what you need. I don't stitch that way. I have my in-use set, and then my master set is separate. So I have like separate colors for each project. So that's what these are. These are just like, so I can tell where the start is. I have a bunch of these too. They're just this is a bee pattern, but I just got those on Etsy. But these plastic ones are Annie's Keepers. So check them out. I love them. I mean, I don't know anywhere else where you can get the quantity for the price if you are really invested in using these. I have a ton of them because I use them for every project. So that's what those were. So hopefully, Catherine, that helps. Just Google Annie's Keepers, and this is the bag. I'm not really showing bags as much anymore because I prepare I pull everything out of the bags before just to save some time, but this is the bag that Beautiful Girl is in. Isn't that a perfect bag? So I love that. Okay, so stats. Let's talk about stats for July because we're already into August, if you can believe that. It's crazy. I actually quite like August because to me, it's like fall is just around the corner. And so I'm like, I could make it through August to get to September. So I quite like August. In August, I had a lot of stitching time. I did 115 hours of stitching. One, I was off for the month, so I had extra time to stitch. And two, Tour de France with Cat Alphabet got a lot of that extra stitching time. I had no new starts, which is fantastic because I have 2 new starts this month. And I had 3 finishes. I started July with 70 whips, and I had no new starts, and then I had 3 finishes. So we finished Glitter Houses. That is at the Framers. I finished E Pluribus Unum by Jan Hicks, and I finished Mini Marvels. Mini Marvels is also at the Framers because I figure Mini Marvels and Glitter Houses will be framed and back to me in time for like winter this year. So that's great. So I ended July and started August with 67 whips. Especially 67 because we are not going to take off Christmas dinner. So that's exciting. So 67 is what we're going into August with, which is a lot. I would like to get that number down by about 30, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so for July, to finish up July, I worked on Trust the Universe as my 25/7 piece, which is 25 minutes a day or 25 stitches a day. It's called Cross Stitch 25/7. I think there's a lot of variations of this out there. The one the Facebook group I belong to is called Cross Stitch 25/7. It is run by Melanie Watkins, my good friend. She's the Soulful Stitcher on Facebook, but and on Flosstube. She has a Flosstube channel, so make sure to check her out. She just uploaded not too long ago. And so I stitch on a piece 25 minutes a day or a little bit longer. So this is called Trust the Universe. It is by the Snowflower Diaries. This is on my Year of Whips, which is also a year-long challenge run by Melanie Watkins, and that's on her Soulful Stitching Facebook page. It's closed now for the year, but you can join and look around, and I'm hoping she'll do it again next year. I think she is. So Trust the Universe. I worked on this through July for 25 minutes a day. So I still haven't outlined. I'm going to backstitch. I think we decided this is a goose is what we decided on. You can see it's very, very light. So I'm going to outline the goose in like a light gray. But I worked on her hair, which is going really well. There are actually 2 colors of blue in there. It's kind of hard to see. It's very subtle. You can see it in person that there's 2 shades of blue. You can see it a little bit in there. It is more noticeable in person, but so I'm working on her hair, which is going well. This is on my list of Year of Whips, so I would like to finish it this year. This is a needle minder from my friend Devi, because I started this piece. I think I started last year for Mental Health Awareness May, which Candy, the 614 Stitcher, always does a great job of bringing awareness to mental health in May, and encourages us to stitch on a piece. And this is Trust the Universe, so I thought this was a good piece. So that's where we got to. This is still in the Q-Snap because it's going to come out for a couple of days here in August, just to kind of move it towards a finish. And I'm stitching this on a 32 count Fortnite Fabrics in the color Cresting Wave. Then we pulled out Summer Montage. You've seen this every week. This is artwork by Janet Stever, charted by Pain Free Crafts, and we're up here in the first block, the rose. I love working on this. And the montages, I'm stitching all of them on 32 count, just like it's either a white or antique white Lugana. and this is where we got to. So we got some good fill-in down here. We got some of this. I was in a kind of heavier confetti area in here. I can't remember if I had this all done or not last time you saw it. But we did a bunch of fill-in and then did some more of the confetti. So I think we are pretty close to hitting the side border, which means we just have this part. Wouldn't that be great if we got this one done? This first block. Let me show it to you again. The first block done this year. Wouldn't that be great? So you can see, like, we're not too far off there. Although Sarah, the stitching mommy, she worked up in this corner and she said it's very confetti heavy. So it'd be great. It's very same colors, right? The next block is very similar colors, but that's kind of what I'm aiming for, is trying to get this first block done. This is the smallest block of the four, like smallest first blocks of each of the seasons. So that's why I'm aiming to work on this. So I might there's some missing stitches in there, so I'll fill those in. You can see I need to move this border along and kind of then start going up. So that's where we're at. So on Sunday, so I work on this on Sundays for Seasonal Sunday. I got 372 stitches in, and I am now at 5.31% done with the whole piece. So progress. So it's great. I really do enjoy working on it. And it didn't get quite as much love as it should have at the start of the switch to the season, but we're moving towards getting it some good love now. Okay, then I worked on, so when I worked on Beautiful Girl. I can't remember. So Beautiful Girl is by TJ Stitches on Etsy. It says, Beautiful Girl, you can do hard things. I'm stitching this for a friend of mine that was diagnosed with breast cancer. She is doing very well. She was diagnosed this spring. She had radiation this summer, and she's doing very well, actually. So I want to get this done. I mean, I'll still give it to her, and I'm sure she'll still appreciate it, but I got the mandala done. So I worked on this for like 3 days. I think I gave some of my Christmas dinner time to this piece because this is a gift. It is not on my Year of Whips, but it is on my countdown to 50, which is another brainchild of Melanie Watkins, where we are both turning 50 in 3 years. And so we're trying to finish 50 projects in 3 years. We'll see. But this is on my year 50. So the mandala is officially done. And now all I have left are the words. Beautiful girl, you can do hard things. So we are so this is in Pattern Keeper. We are at 72.33% done. Now, my friend's birthday is September 10th. I don't think I'll get this done and framed by then, but I would love to give it to her sometime in September. So I'm going to rearrange some things later on in the month to try to focus on that. I have under 30% to go, but there's still like 2,000 stitches with all the words, but it's just one color and their letters, so hopefully that will go faster. This is just stitched on a Color and Cotton special edition from the August 2020 Fabric Club of the Month. Okay, so I have a new start for this month's 25/7. This is a new start. It's on my Year of Whips, which is Lucy Beam, Love and Stitches, Immortal, Buy and Cross Stitch Like I'm Immortal. And I showed that I am changing the colors. I'm just brightening the colors on this one. I've worked on this 2 days. I haven't gotten very far. I had the other blue flower. So the top border is just this design of flowers. I had the blue flower in there and then realized I messed up some over here. So I took it out. It wasn't very far along. And then I re-putting it in. So that took some time. So you can see that flower is where I need to put back in. I am using 2 Victorian Motto threads, which are lovely. and I think a week's dye work. So I just changed the colors. They're the similar colors. They're still blue, green, and like I'm using, mine is more of a dark mauve or pink than this color. Like this is a little prim for me, so I just brighten it up, and I think it'll be very cute. I'm stitching this. I don't know. I dropped the card. It's a Color and Cotton. Maybe it's Marzipan, I think. Color and Cotton. And it won't take up the whole thing. But so you'll see this a lot this month, and I'm enjoying working on that, and look forward to getting it done. Then to start out August, we pulled out Happy Christmas Buck. This is, I started this last year for Dina of Half Stitch Cross Stitch for her birthday. This is from the December 2018 issue of Just Cross Stitch magazine. So I had a color printer back when I copied this out of the magazine as my working copy. So, and it was clearly running out of ink, but there you go. That's what it looked like. This is such a fun piece to work on. I've worked on it 2 days, and it's going to go away. It's counting for the theme for this month for Magazine Monthly Cross Stitch Challenge, and the theme is Over the Mountains, because I imagine this buck is running over the mountains. So you can see we started with the butt, buck butt. I put in the saddle, so I got that done. I stitched this little, I don't know what that is, a harness line, and then the ribbon. I did start on some of the back stitch. There's a lot of back stitching in here, and you can really see, like in the tail and stuff, where the back stitch makes a big difference, and where I haven't, like that bow needs to be back stitched yet, so it's not done yet. I back stitched the heart. I have not done the saddle, and there's some, I did put in some Krynic. I don't know if you can see sparkly stitches. Well, you can see this, but I had that already done. So we're moving towards the head. This is on my year of whips, so I plan to get this done this year. I don't know when it will come back out. It might not be till December, but we'll do our best. This is on a 28 count lamb's wool linen. And I chose 28 count. Usually I like 32 count because I think this one has beads in it. And when there are beads, I tend to like 28 count because they just fit a little bit better for me. Although I am doing some mirabilias that on 32 count. So I'll just deal with it then. But this is 28 count lamb's wool linen. So that is everything I worked on this week. So it was a good week. Okay, we had one giveaway. We are giving away Meditation Garden just because I have so many other Jan Hicks charts that I'm going to be stitching. So the winner of this is Elizabeth Ford. So Elizabeth, if you can please email me at czugstitch@gmail.com and let me know your address. I will try to get that sent out to you. I still haven't sent anything out. It was a bit crazy with getting ready to go back to work. So I'm hoping that between today and tomorrow I can get everything ready and they will go out on Monday, you guys. I'm so sorry. I know some of you have been waiting a long time. But Elizabeth, please email me and I will get that sent out to you. So haul, I just have a little bit, but I forgot to show you something last week. Let me get something out here to show you. I forgot to show this last week because it was sitting in my car. As you know, was it just last week? I participated in a garage sale, and it was myself and 3 other families' items that were in this garage sale, this one particular garage sale. And one of the people, so it's my friend's sister that was there, she had a bunch of Vaseline glass that she was selling. And so I just went like, I don't need anything. I want for nothing, right? But she had something that I have been looking for. Okay, you ready? In the Vaseline glass. It's a frog. These are called frogs. I think there's no bottom bowl. I think you can use them for flower stems. Like that's why sometimes they have a bowl with them for the water and you can put flower stems in there. Stitchers, however, tend to use them for their scissors. Look how cool that is. But of course, like I might put a piece of felt or something on there or like a coaster or something because I don't want the tips to scratch whatever surface I put this on. But isn't this great? I have been looking for one of these. And I got it. And I'm thrilled that it came from like my friend's sister. And she's crafty too, so she knew exactly what I was going to use it for and all that. So I got that. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. I love it. It's Vaseline glass. So you know, it's sturdy. And so I love that. So I got that at the garage sale. Yeah, I shopped my own garage sale. I came home with several items, but they're useful. Don't worry. Okay, and then I just got this, my Floss Frenzy Weeks Dye Works. It literally just was delivered today in the mail. So if you don't want to see this is from Fat Quarter Shop, the Weeks Dye Works floss subscription. If you don't want to see the colors, maybe just fast forward because I'm going to read them aloud as well. So if you don't want to see it, fast forward like a minute or two. But this is what we have. Look at those colors. Aren't they so pretty together? The white one is Grits. We have Guacamole, which is this kind of green. We have Gunmetal, which almost looks blue or purple. But it's like a dark gray. It just has some purple tint to it. Havana, which is this brown. Hazelnut, which is this lighter brown. And Hibiscus, which is the pink. So those are gorgeous, and I will add those to my collection. And then also in the mailbox this morning, I don't check my mail every day. So I don't know how long some of these things have been saying. I do know because I got notification. I do know that was delivered today. I got my World of Cross Stitch. This is the August 2024 World of Cross Stitching. And it comes with a free gift, which is beautiful balloon hoop kit. Very cute. And the hoop is in there and everything. So we'll be doing a flip through. Maybe we'll do that later today or tomorrow. I just got it, so I haven't even looked at it. So that's my haul. I was watching Garan last night, their Flosstube, and of course they always say, here's what's new in the shop, and I placed an order, so I have a couple things that will be coming probably this week from them, so you'll see that next week. Okay, so plans. So I'm going to continue working on Immortal by Lucy Beam for my 25/7 project. I am starting tonight, just working on it one day this week. This is Halloween Window by Girl Point DeCroix. Sorry about the glare. Oh, that's terrible. Let's just pull it out. I'm starting this with Karen of Stitching Past My Bedtime here on Flosstube. There we go. She has already started it. She said she couldn't wait. So I'm probably going to start at the top center because that seems like the best, easiest place to start. So top center, tons of back stitching in here. And so I'll be back stitching as we go along. But I'm going to work on that a few Saturdays this month. So I think the first 3 Saturdays I have it slotted for. Summer Montage, of course, will get its seasonal Sunday spot. Hummingbird Garden, I left it upstairs on accident. You did see it last week, so I'm going to do the mandala. I think I can get that done in 3 days. So I've slotted 3 days. I need to serge the edges. That's why it's upstairs. Hummingbird Garden counts for the Magazine Monthly Challenge. That is a magazine piece, actually. G. The challenge, the acrostic is glide, or if you're a super challenger, it's hang glide. So Hummingbird Garden, G for garden, will count for the G, and I'm going to give that 3 days. And then I'm going to give 2 full evenings to Trust the Universe and try to push that forward. I don't think it will get done in those 2 days. I'm sure it won't, but it'll at least push it forward. So that will be good. So that is what I'm working on this week. And so, yeah, so that I think is everything. I do have a bit of sad news that I wanted to share with you all, and I saved it for the end. I found out this morning from Becca of Sambry Stitches that Daleen from So Grateful here on Flosstube unfortunately passed away this morning. I don't know any more details than that, other than she was surrounded by family and friends. It's very sad. I don't know why, I don't know what happened, anything like that, but if you ever saw any of her videos, she was under So Grateful, SEW, on Flosstube, and I never had the chance to meet her in person, but we did definitely communicate and support one another, and she was just such a generous and kind soul, and just so giving of just of herself, as she gave so much to this stitching community. So I wanted to let you know that it is always very hard and very sad when we lose a member of our community. And Daleen was just such a wonderful human, and someone that I strive to be like. So please keep her family in your thoughts. And I just wanted to let you know that. And I will see you all next week. Bye.